Now we are going to learn what is meant by nth term of an AP. For example, if we have an AP like 1, 4, 7, 10, and so on, it's very obvious that the common difference is 3 because 4 minus 1 is 3, 7 minus 4 is 3, 10 minus 7 is 3, and so on. This is something that we know. So now in such an AP where we know the common difference, we can find the next term as 13 by adding the common difference. The difference between the consecutive terms is 3. So we get to know that the common difference is 3, and then we can keep finding the other terms. But in the question, if they have asked, so for example, in here we can see 13 is the fifth term, 19 is the 7th term. Likewise, if they are going to ask you what is the 26th term of the AP, then we can't keep going till 26th position. For that, we have a special formula called nth term. So the formula goes like this: an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is the formula that we are going to use. An equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. We have to be very careful. We should not write it as an, but a subscript n. This n should be written at the bottom. So now, what are these? So here, an represents the nth term. A represents the first term, as we all know. N represents the number of terms. And D represents the common difference. So we need to have an idea of this before we get into exercise 5.2. So out of this, we know what is common difference and we know what is first term. But the other two are quite new to us. Now, nth term means like which term they are trying to ask. For example, what is the number in the 17th position? What is the number in the 20th position? That is called an. The position is called n. For example, in an AP, for example, if there is an AP wherein, so I'm taking a random AP. So when I say n means the position. For example, 26th term. So this 26 is n. But whatever will be in the 26th position, that will be an. So this is the distinction between an and n. So this is something that we need to know before getting onto this exercise. So when it comes to the first subdivision in the first question, this is from exercise 5.2. Yeah. So they have given, so each of these subdivisions is an individual question. So we know this is the formula that we are going to use, which is an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is the formula that we are going to use. So this is something that you need to know. Now, very important thing that we need to know here is an we don't know. So in this first subdivision, we don't know the value of an. We will have it as an. That has been given as a blank. And the value of a is 7. And then n we know, which is 8. We substitute it in the formula, and d is 3. Now this will become 7 plus 8 minus 1 is 7, and 7 times 3. So this will be 7 plus 21. So we'll be getting 28. So this is the answer for the first subdivision. When it comes to the second subdivision, so in the first subdivision, we are finding the nth term and we are getting the answer as 28. In the second subdivision, again, we apply the same formula. That is an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. But unlike the first subdivision, the second subdivision, they have given the value of an. As you all can see here, they have given the value of an as 0. A is also given, which is minus 18. N is also given, which is 10. But we don't know the value of d. So that d, we will have it as d. Now we have to slowly isolate the value of d. So now minus 18 goes to the left side. It becomes plus 18. And then what you're left with is 9. 10 minus 1 is 9. So this will give you d equals 18 divided by 9. So you'll be getting the value 2. So the value of d is 2. So for the second subdivision, the answer is 2. Likewise, for the third subdivision, when it comes to the third subdivision, again, we are using the formula an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. But in the third subdivision, we don't know the value of a, but we know the value of an. So an is given as minus 5. If you look at this row, you can understand. So minus 5. A we don't know, so I'll have it as a itself. N is 18 minus 1 into d is minus 3. I'm using proper brackets. Now, again, we have to isolate A. So, but before that, we can say minus 5 equal to A plus 18 minus 1 is 17, 17 times minus 3. So now this will become minus 5 equal to A minus 51, because 17 times 3 is 51. Now, this minus 51, when it goes to the left side, it will become, so there is already minus 5, this will become plus 51. So you will be getting A equal to 46. 51 and minus 5 will get subtracted and you'll get 46. So these are the answers to the first three subdivisions. When it comes to the fourth subdivision, again, we are going to use the formula A n equals A plus n minus 1 into D. So here A n is 3.6. Okay. And A is minus 18.9. And n we don't know. So we have it as n itself. And the value of D is 2.5. Now, first, let me bring this minus 18.9 to the left side so that it gets added. The decimal will be a little complex, so this gets added. So let us make it simple. And some of you might actually be doing this calculation. You might have taken this 2.5 inside and multiplied with the n and 1, which is not needed, but it can be done that way as well. So when you add this, you will be getting 22.5 is equal to n minus 1 into 2.5. Now in the next step, what happens is n minus 1 is here, 22.5 is here, divided by 2.5. This 2.5 comes to the denominator. Now you can directly cancel, or if you're not able to understand, you can do into 10 into 10 in the numerator and denominator. So this becomes 225 divided by 25. So we know in 5 tables, it's 5 times, and this is like 45 times. And again, we know 5 tables, this is 9 times. So we get n is equal to 10. This is the answer for fourth subdivision. So when it comes to fifth subdivision, again the same formula, A n equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So here, A n we don't know. So we'll have it as A n. A is 3.5 plus n minus 1. N is 105 minus 1 into D is 0. We need not even calculate this. So some of you might have done the next step, 104 into 0. Anything into 0 is 0, whether you subtract it or not. So this becomes 0. So you get the value of A n as 3.5. So 105 minus 1, 104 varum. Into 0, when you multiply, you get 3 point. This becomes 0. So automatically this becomes 3.5. So this is how you do it. So basically 105 minus 1 is 104. You need not do it as 104. Directly you can do it as into 0. So this will be 3 point. So when it comes to fifth subdivision, A n equals A plus n minus 1 into D. We have substituted the values for A, n and D. We need not do 105 minus 1 is 104 and then multiply it with 0. We can directly say this term will get 0. So the answer is 3.5. When it comes to second question for subdivision, they have given an AP which is 10, 7, 4, dot, dot. So from this, first let us try to understand what is A. A is 10 because that is the first term. D will be second term minus first term, which will be minus 3, not 3. Second term minus first term, that will be minus 3. And they have asked us to find A30. This is what we need to find. 30th term means A30. So we know the formula, which is A n equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Now, in the place of n, we substitute 30. We get A plus 30 minus 1 into D. So this will become A plus 29D. We know the values of A and D. We substitute it here. 10 plus 29 into minus 3. So we get 10 minus 87. So you will be getting minus 77 as the answer. So the answer will be option C. When it comes to the second subdivision, they have given an AP which is minus 3, minus 1 by 2, 2 and so on. Now from this, it's very obvious that the value of A is minus 3. The first term is minus 3. The common difference will be second term minus is in the formula first term. First term is also negative. So this will become minus half plus 3. Minus into minus. Now you take LCM here into 2 into 2. Now this will become minus 1 plus 6 whole divided by 2. So you get 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 is the common difference for this particular area. And then we are supposed to find the 11th term. And we know 11th term A11 will be A plus 11 minus 1 into D. According to the formula, A plus n minus 1 into D, which will be A plus 10D. Now the value of A is minus 3 plus 10 times. The value of D is what we found as 5 by 2. Now this 2 and this will get cancelled 5 times. So you get minus 3 plus 25. You get 22 as the answer. So it's option B, 22.